This is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi. Happy New Year. We're going to be making a card today, and this is the card we're making. It's using all new product from the Spring Summer mini catalogue from Stampin Up. And as you can see, it's all about balloons, and it's a nice pop-up card in the centre there. So, let's get started. Let's put that over there. Okay, so these are the supplies you're going to need. Okay, you're going to need your base card. Mine is Bermuda Bay, and this is a standard A6 card. And then I've got a piece of white cardstock to mat on the front, like that. And this is 14.4 centimeters by 10 centimeters. And then I have a piece of another piece of Whisper white cardstock for the inside, and this is half an A4 sheet, A5, and I've just trimmed it down slightly so that I have a little border around it. Sorry, there I'm in frame. Okay, and then you just need some scraps, which I've got here, some Bermuda Bay, Melon Mambo and Pool Party. So let's get started. Let's start with the inside of the card, this bit. Whoops, should be in frame, this bit here. Okay, and to do that pop-up we have a die, and the dies are called balloon pop-up thinlits, and let me show those to you now. Whoops, leaving a bit of it behind. There we go, so that's the dies that we're using, and we're going to be using this die for the pop-up and these two dies here for the balloons. So let's get the big shot and we'll cut that out now. Okay. Okay, so here's our big shot. Okay, so we're going to have our magnetic platform, a cutting pad, and then we're going to take a piece of white cardstock, if I can find it. Where have I put it? Here it is, hiding next door to me. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to fold your piece of cardstock in half, like there, and you know, you're going to take a pencil, sorry, and here on the fold line you're just going to make a little mark with your pencil along the fold line, just something like that, just so you can see where the fold line is easy. Don't worry about that, we're going to rub it out afterwards, so it's not going to stay there permanently. So we're going to take our die, which is here, and we're going to, you see this little section here, this is what we need to line up. This line here we need to line up with that fold line, so I can't always see the fold line when I put it down like this. That's why I've got the pencil mark there, so I can see exactly where I'm meant to be. So I think that's good. Okay, so we just need another cutting plate. Okay, so we're just going to run that through the big shot carefully. And don't worry about the cracking it makes, that's perfectly normal. Okay, I'll just take that out, just take it out, and you can just pop these bits out of the die later, but there we go, there's your pop-up bit, and now you can just erase that pencil line quickly. So there we go, so that's the pop-up bit. So while I've got the big shot out, I'm just going to cut our balloon shapes, these ones here. So there's two shapes and I cut them out, two of each colour. So again, very simple, just put those two on top like that, run that through the big shot. Okay, and I'm just going to do the rest and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got all my pieces cut out here, as you can see. So those are my balloon pieces. So I'm just going to set those aside for a minute. This was the insert that we cut out. So now I'm just going to score it. You'll see here, I don't know if you can see in the camera very well, but just here on the edge, there actually is, there you can sort of see it, a score line. So I'm just going to fold on that score line. You just need to be, can be a little bit difficult to see. But there we go. There it is. I'm just going to fold on that score line and just burnish it well with my burn folder both ways. Okay, and then I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other side. Just finding it's hiding from me. There it is. Just start it like that. Then I'll be able to find the rest of it. There we go. Ouch. Well done. Just cut myself on a piece of paper. Lovely. Okay. So now, as you can see, this will actually fold up like that. And this is going to go in your card. So now we can put this in the centre of our card. So I'm just going to put adhesive just on this panel here, on that panel here, but not on the centre panel. So for ease, I'm just going to use some snail. Okay, and now I want, again, the centre where I've got that score line, where we made that pencil mark before that we rubbed out. It needs to match there, the centre of your score line of your card. So I just might need to put my head in the camera for this. I'm sorry if I do. Just so I can see to match it up accurately. There we go. So there you can see, and you can just whoops, haven't stuck that side down very well, have I? Let's try it again. Well, I would if I actually had any adhesive on it. I don't know how that happened. I'm sure I put something down. Yeah, there is adhesive there now. So this time it should stick. So just lay it flat. Yay, there we go. This time it has stuck. So just fold it in and burnish it on top so it's nicely folded. And there you go. There, whoops, sorry, I'm not in frame. There's the centre of your card. So I'm just going to do some stamping now. We're going to stamp the sentiment. And the stamp set we're going to use is this one called Balloon Adventures. And this and the frame has actually come together as a bundle. You can save 10%. Okay. So let me mount that up. And the ink we're using is Bermuda Bay. Okay, so let's just ink up our sentiment. There we go. I think that's good and inky. So now I use my grid paper to determine where to try and get this as straight as possible. Isn't easy when you can't look straight down at it. It'll do, not too bad. Okay, so let's close this up before we have an accident. Okay, so there we've got that. So let me set that aside to dry, and then we're going to stamp here. And the stamp set, again, that's from the same stamp set. We're going to use this one that says Party On. Whoops, sorry. See, maybe not going to be totally in shot for this, but I just need to down and up. Okay, not too bad. There we go. Okay, so that's the inside done. So now we can work on the outside. Well, actually, let's stay on the inside since we're here. And we're going to put in our balloons. So here you can see I had Bermuda Bay, Mellow Mambo, and Pool Party. So let's start with Bermuda Bay. So I just put it on with, to be honest, with Snail, because if there's anything there, if there's any glue there where you don't want it to be, you can just rub it off, so that's fine. So I'm just going to do it on my craft mat so it doesn't get on my what you call this thing, grid paper, because then everything else is going to be sticky. So let's just put this one. I think I need a bit more glue, a bit more generous with it. Okay, so I was just going to put it here. So just they line up perfectly. So just take your time. I tend to start at the bottom and then hold it there, and then I can just push it down into place. Okay, so now we're going to take a Melon Mambo and give it some glue. Okay, exactly the same thing, just by the tail. I always line up the tail first. Find it easier this way, and then everything else will just fall into place. Okay, and then the last one is our Pool Party. So just put that there. Okay, so that's the inside there. So just give it a really good, I use my bone folder just to make sure it's really well pressed. Oops, pressed down, because this is going to get folded, so you don't want it to rise back up. So give it a good fold, and then you're going to fold again, as you can see, and then just press it down so that it will stay in place. So there you go. Okay, so now for the front. So now we can put some adhesive on this one. Okay. Just try and get that straight-ish. Okay, there on the front. Okay, so now we're going to do our last 3 balloons, just like that. Okay, so let's put some. You don't have to do them in the order or the colours I've done them. You can change it up however you like. So I'm just going to randomly put them down. Okay, I'm going to have them sort of touching, I think. Something like that. Last one. Bermuda Bay. Okay. Now I also did cut out before the little bow, which is here, which I'm going to put down roughly about there, I think. So I'm just going to make a mark with my finger where it is, and then what I've got here is the Bermuda Bay marker, and with the thin end I'm just going to make my tails. So I know all the tails have got to come through there. So there we go. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive just in the centre here, just to hold it. There we go. I'm just going to put that there in the middle of all of those tails. Okay, and then the last thing to do is to add our rhinestones. So I used a big one here for the centre. There we go, I used a big one here for the centre. And then I used one of these tiny ones here just to put on the bottom of the eye. Okay, so that's the one we've made now. That's the one from before. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and there'll be a list of the supplies on my blog, and there's a link to my blog in the description bar below. If you want to buy any of the supplies, there'll also be a link to my shop for you to do that. So thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.